And then, Coach, Jake Paul, that was just announced. They're in talks with him and Anthony Joshua. What are your thoughts on that fight?
Bro, I think my respect to Jake Paul, and I gotta give it up to him, because at the end of the day, he does bring a lot of people to boxing, and people that didn't know about boxing now they're getting involved with boxing. He's making a lot of money, and I think that's a big motivation for a lot of people that there is ways that you don't. I mean, he was a YouTuber. He used to do shows or whatever for Disney or whatever, and
Yeah,
now to see him where he's at, bro, is like unbelievable. So there's a lot of opportunities for a lot of people. Just stay focused, see your dreams, and make those dreams become reality. I think it's a great thing, man. I know that a lot of people don't see that, but it's just bringing a new audience to boxing, and it's a tough fight. I think he's fighting what's his name, AJ, no?
yeah, Anthony Joshua. That's what. How does that fight play out? I mean, the power of Anthony
Bro,
Joshua. He has the explosive knockout
that's a
power.
I think that's a tough fight, bro. At the end of the day, I think AJ, man, yeah, with the elite fighters, he's a little bit not there. But with Jake, I think, man, one shot, one hit, man, can change everything. But at the end of the day, if Jake can beat AJ, bro, wow, he is getting a step closer to become a world champion. But it's a tough
Absolutely.
fight.
But if Jake Paul was to get the knockout, does that become the biggest fight? Him and David Benavidez. If he was
No,
to,
no,
if he was to
no.
knock out Anthony Joshua, that wouldn't make
Come
it a big
on,
fight,
come on, bro. I
even
mean,
after the
bro,
knockout.
really, really, come on, I mean, come on. But if
I
the
mean,
people want
let's say,
to,
just for argument's sake, he knocks out Anthony Joshua. For argument's sake, the world is going to be very impressed with Jake Paul.
that's not gonna happen, bro. I mean,
That's not going to
no,
happen. He
that's
won't
not gonna
entertain that.
happen. But let me tell you something. I'm saying no. That's kind
Yeah,
of even me to call out Jake Paul will be like, I must be crazy or something, But at the end of the day, man, but if hey, the people demand that fight, the people want to see that fight, let's
yeah,
give the people what they want, But at the end of the day, we want to give the fans great fights, good fights, like Kovala, I mean, not Kovala, like Beterbiev, Bivol, Sudo Ramirez, Apitaya, and all those fighters, those are dangerous, dangerous fighters, So, uh,
definitely.
but I mean, I don't know. I don't even know what to tell you with that, bro. I'm confused. You
well,
got me confused.
it's hard for David to get any fights. He couldn't get the Bivol fight, right? As a matter of
Yeah.
fact, talk to me about that sparring. Give me some details of that sparring. I heard so many stories. Give
No,
us
let
the
me tell you what
exclusive.
happened.
What
What
happened?
happened was that, when we first started sparring, I was so nervous, man, because he was already Bebo. He was a world champion. But,
Yeah,
when David got there, he did really good. I was like, whoa, what the? I thought, hey, maybe Bebo is a little bit tired, So the next day, we spar again. No, well, we were sparring Monday, Wednesday, Friday. The next sparring, David did even better. And then the third sparring, he caught him with the good punch. I'm like, from there on, man, they didn't want to spar no more,
so he
So
hurt. He hurt him. It's safe to say he hurt Bivol.
yeah, I mean, it is what
Was
it
he
is,
out on his
brother.
feet, Coach? Was he out on his feet?
No, 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 no. He didn't. He caught him with a good punch, and he kind of got hurt a little bit, and we put the brakes on him a little bit, and but from there on, it seems like David just got bigger, and I called him a lot of times, and like, hey, let's spar, because I like him, to be honest, and
Yeah,
they didn't. I think we went once. We drove like 3 hours, and we sparred like 2 rounds, and then we went again, and now like 3 rounds, and I'm like, nah, this is not. Come on, man. Like we're driving for
yeah,
4 hours, and to come and do 2, 3 rounds is not. And they, even when he was fighting Canelo, I offered to go spar him, and they said
yeah,
no. They said no. So, so I mean, I'm not lying, bro. And they're gonna watch this video, and
yeah.
the lady that was in charge of all that sparring, because I used to talk to a lady, right? And super nice girl, super nice girl, super nice people, I called them like about 4 or 5 times, to spar, and all those 4 or 5 times they said no. So I just gave up.
He just said no more. But did
No,
Bivol land any shots? What did he do? Was he a little bit competitive at certain points in the sparring match?
I
Or was it
don't.
just
Like I
dominant? It was just
said, bro.
dominant.
Like I said, man. If we went from 8 rounds, I believe, to 7 rounds, 6 rounds, 4 rounds, 3 rounds, 2 rounds, and nothing. It's like instead of going up, we just, we went down. So I mean, I wonder why.
But do you think they don't want to spar you because they don't want to give up too much if they do face each other, in a real fight?
No, no, we never even thought, we were gonna face each other. To be honest, no, it wasn't that. It wasn't that.
So you don't
Yeah,
think that fight is going to happen ever?
yeah. I think that fight is more. I think I think it can happen. I think at the end of the day, he's not at that level like Canelo, to duck David and to do excuses and all that. I think he's gonna have to fight him. He's gonna have to fight him. He doesn't really have a lot of choice.
Definitely. Well, we'll see. We look forward to that matchup. I hope that fight happens. But coach, give the fans a message. Let them know about this fight coming up and why they need to tune in.
Well, I think I'm gonna invite everybody to come. David's gonna give you guys a great show. It's the every fight that he comes in with everything. He lives his heart inside, and it is a guarantee of a great show. So we're super excited, super happy to be fighting here in Saudi Riyadh season, and we're just so focused and so motivated, and anything can happen in boxing, but our brains and our motivation, it's going all the way to the top and fighting all these monsters. If everything goes well, there's a big possibility we could fight Sudo Ramirez in May. It all depends on how he looks, how everything goes. Bivol, better be Apitaya. There's so many fights, man. So, Davis, like I said, super motivated, super focused, and we are going to give you those fights, and those are all exciting fights. Don't miss it.
Well, coach,
November 22nd.
that's it. November 22nd. We wish you all the best of luck, and we'll see you at the fights.
Thank you.